If you're moving forward in that job interview, you keep looking for that email to come in and there's been nothing. You're in a relationship and you want to move forward in a new direction. You're waiting for things to line up and it just hasn't happened yet. Hello everyone, and welcome to Soulfully Speaking. It is always a joy to have you here. I'm Bachand, your host, teacher, and guide. Let's dive into today's conversation. How to enjoy life, especially when you are waiting on news. Maybe you've gone to the doctor and you're waiting for test results. Maybe you are waiting in line and all of a sudden you're in a rush and you couldn't do the self-checkout because the machine's broken. Now you're in the old-fashioned line waiting for someone and someone's taking forever and you're just, what do you do when you're waiting? Or you went on a date and you're waiting to hear back from someone. Waiting is part of the human condition. Waiting is something that every single human being has to deal with. And I'm sure you have had moments you can name of, when you're waiting, how you feel. And it's important to remind ourselves that waiting is also sometimes the universe trying to get our attention, trying to show us something about ourselves. There's a lesson there. And sometimes the waiting is allowing things behind the scenes to work out, is allowing us to connect with someone we normally wouldn't, because if we were trying to force and move things forward. Waiting is something that's very, very important. And sometimes when we're waiting, we can get very irritable. We can get impatient. I know I certainly can if you're in a rush or you're trying to move things forward. But we have to trust the holdups, because in those moments is where the miracles often lie, and where there's something for us to see. We have to realize that waiting is almost like a spiritual speed bump for the soul, to help us see what's in front of us. And we can get caught up in not enjoying life when we're trying to move things forward. We can start analyzing, self-doubting. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard back. So caught up in this internal turmoil. It's like a tsunami of emotions that can bring us down and take us away from where we need to be. Because I want to teach you a very simple spiritual method. It's called the STOP method. Yeah. Stop. S-T-O-P. The first thing to do when you find yourself, if you're waiting or you're getting anxious or you're getting judgmental looking at the person in front of you, why are they taking so long to do this? Remember, stop. The first thing to do is to smile. When we smile, you instantly start to change your energy. You instantly decide in that moment, stop being focused on the negative and being open to what is happening at that moment. Not to you, but possibly for you. When you smile, you elevate yourself. Doesn't mean that it may just automatically take away the emotion that you're having, but you are choosing in that second to be aware there's a spiritual speed bump here for you and to be aware of. So smile. The second step is to thank. Gratitude in the STOP method. Thank. Just say, I'm so thankful that I have my health. I'm so thankful that I'm waiting in line, but I have the money to purchase this item. I'm so thankful that I am loved, which then goes to O for open. Being open and saying to yourself, I'm open to why I'm waiting. I'm open to what I need to learn in this moment. I'm open to why I'm here. I'm open to what this is trying to teach me. I'm open to turning to the person in back of me waiting in line and smiling at them and just saying, well, looks like we have to wait a few minutes, but how's your day? I'm open to seeing what's in front of me, because when we're waiting, we sometimes block what the universe and what the world is trying to put right in front of you. When we observe and we see things, it's helping us to be open, to give us the clues of where we're going. Being aware, being open. The last step of the STOP practice is perception. So often, as you're being open, it's perceiving of what is taking place. We have to stop and we have to look at that waiting period with a new sense of eyes, heart, and spirit, because there's a perception there that sometimes we can start to think, oh, they're ghosting me. This is what's happening. I must have messed up in the interview. That's why I'm not going forward. Self-doubt. The perception of why you're waiting can change when you're open when you're being thankful that you can be there, and you smile and realize there's a reason and you decide to make that choice. Waiting isn't easy. Waiting is probably one of the hardest things of the human condition. Waiting to see what happens, there's a sense of trust, there's a sense of anxiousness. But when we wait, it can actually be one of the greatest ways that we refine who we are, and to remember that the waiting is happening for a reason, and it's happening for you, not to you. And waiting is a way to enable your heart, your being, and who you are to truly take away the angst of what you're trying to accomplish, and truly being aware of your presence and what is trying to be right before you. So as you begin this week, I encourage you to just remember, stop. It's really that easy. And you'll be amazed as you go through your day and your week. The stop method is a beautiful way when you're waiting to move away from a sense of overthinking, anxiousness, patience, a little bit of judgment that can be there. But it's a way to stop, to smile, to say, I'm not going to allow this anymore. When you start thanking what's going well in that moment and appreciating what is working for you, you start to change immediately. Observe what is before you. And lastly, be aware of the perceptions that you may be projecting out, but also the perceptions of what really is there, perceptions of those around you, the perceptions of a situation that can rechange and refocus. The stop method is a small tool that can shift in a soulful, peaceful way when we're waiting, to take human, ordinary moments and to redefine in a new soulful way to live with greater ease, peace, harmony, and balance. So I invite you to start this day and this moment forward with stop. Whenever you find yourself you're waiting, or you're finding yourself that you need that insight, may it carry you. I can't wait to see you again next week. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you very soon.